Welcome to Mind and Life Changes with Zoilita Grant.
So welcome everyone to Mind and Life Changes, where our goal is to help you learn how to change and create wonderful things in your life through the power of your own mind. This particular segment, Mindpower Made Easy, is really designed to work on your consciousness. And today we are so lucky to have our guest, Karen Sells, back. Karen supports her clients to deal with and resolve the underlying causes of anxiety, depression, grief, trauma, abuse, guilt, shame, physical and emotional pain, PTSD, and many other types of real issues that plague us in our society today. But the wonderful thing about Karen's work is that she can do it more painlessly and rapidly so that you can let go of all of this baggage and move into a happier, more successful life. In fact, she gained the reputation in her local area for being a happiness guru in her ability to help people have happier lives. Through her total subconscious reboot framework, Karen's clients overcome their limiting beliefs, release stored trauma, and permanently shift their subconscious programs so they can identify and embody their true purpose and share their gifts with the world to create the impact and the income. It's nice to know you can do both. The income and the impact that they desire. Karen has a master's in education of counseling, is a rapid resolution therapist, a certified life coach, a licensed brain gym consultant, and the host of her own weekly live TV show, Irresistible You. Ignite your passion and purpose. So welcome, Karen. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me back, Zoilita.
So last week we finished up by talking about the fact that people can learn to self-regulate themselves. And you shared the benefits, Why don't you begin by talking again the benefits about being a person who can self-regulate yourself?
Well, some of the benefits, if you are in a dysregulated nervous system state, you automatically lose access to your humor, your logic, your creativity, your passion, your bliss, your sex drive, your peacefulness, your groundedness, your creativity. So when you're able to come back to your center, to regulate your nervous system, to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system, your body goes into maintenance and repair. It goes into homeostasis where it can exist and be happy and playful and curious again. So it will not take on any long-term building projects. So if you're ever trying to have a baby, forget it. You're trying to repair a broken bone, a cancer, anything at all. If you are dysregulated, that is not happening. All of your resources are spent trying to escape a predator that most likely doesn't exist. It's created by our memory of something that happened in the past, or to attack something that's in front of us. And, it's kind of funny. Like when we get angry, what becomes available to us? A really strong jaw so we can bite someone really hard. And then our minds become dumb. I'm like, oh. So anger in humans is pretty much never useful. I don't know an adult human besides Mike Tyson that has bitten anyone. I just don't. Right?
Well,
but we have these jaw issues. We have all this stress, all these tight neck muscles and red faces.
One of the things that we know from neuroscience, though, is that when we access that emotion of anger, we immediately are in the lower level of our limbic brain. So we are really at the edge of Homo erectus. So having a strong jaw or being able to run away are things that were survival elements, but they don't help us to survive in the 21st century.
Yeah, almost never. I think the ability to run was good as I was growing up, escaping my brothers. but but now as an adult, I haven't had to run from anyone. I run from my dog, but that's in play. I'm not afraid.
So last session, we talked a lot about the breath and ways to use the breath. So I want to encourage our audience to look back and check that out. Today, let's talk about some other techniques that we can use, techniques of imaging, anchoring, creating power images. Let's get into that subject.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful practice. And I just came out with a new relaxation meditation. It's 5 minutes long. It's free on my website, which is karenseltz.com. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. But if somebody really were to use this properly, they could set up networks in their brain already. They would be in place. So when they came upon a stressful situation, they would just activate these things we call anchors, and their mind and their body would remember what it was like to be 100% relaxed. And you were talking about that too. So I'm like, I'm going to come up with instructions, like how to best use this. So that's what I did. So when people download this meditation, they get this email. And what it says is, do this meditation at least once first, right? Just do it and see what it feels like. And then the second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth times you do this, when you are at the height of relaxation, choose a color that reminds you of this state. What color reminds you of being 100% relaxed? And as you're listening to the meditation, start breathing in this color. So your mind starts to associate breathing in this color with the state of being relaxed. And then the purpose is we're incorporating all the senses. You breathe in a fragrance. What fragrance reminds you of being relaxed? And for everyone, it's different. So I'm not even going to tell you any examples because I don't want to plant that in there. And here's what happens is your subconscious mind creates the perfect symbols that have value for you. Now, I could tell you some, but they're not going to be perfect for you. Your mind has the key to all the stuff that's locked in there, all the causes of your stress. It's saying, here's the key to unlocking that and releasing it. So then if you want a sound or a short saying, like a short saying would be like, you've got this, or it's okay to relax. It's okay to be okay. Like whatever works for you. Or it could be a sound like the sound of the ocean, or I had somebody choose bells and somebody choose a gong. So whatever works, whatever your subconscious mind is telling you. And then a fourth one is a physical anchor. And that would be like some part you touch together. So maybe your thumb and your forefinger, or it feels good to cross your arms, even though you're told not to. Right? It's close body language. Whatever it is, like you touch your knee, anything that you can physically touch. And these are all anchors. So when you are in that relaxed state, so if you're doing a meditation, anybody's meditation, when you feel that height of relaxation, again, breathe in a soothing color, a fragrance, a sound. You're going to hear a sound, and then you can touch a point together. And if you want, there's more things you can add to it, like a power animal. You like breathe in the essence of that power animal, or just trust yourself. Like, what else would be supportive? Like, it doesn't have to come from me. You are your own guru. Nobody else is. Right. And then if you get into a stressful situation, you think, like for me, it would be like aqua, ginger, whatever. And then you just do all your things, ocean waves, and you touch your thing. And then you're like, oh, and then immediately the body starts to relax. However, you get to build these in, and it takes a good 3 to 6 weeks of doing it daily in order to have it be on autopilot. So it's automatically going on in your subconscious mind. It's been programmed. So the moment you need it, you can just breathe it in and it's right there for you. But it does take that prep work. You got to build those connections. You got to fire them and wire them.
So one of the things that this reminds me of is in hypnotic work, we create what are called resource states. And a resource state would be to be able to create a power image of yourself. And so an example of this would be to take someone into self-hypnosis, which is very much like meditation, but not the same thing. Meditation and hypnosis actually have slightly different brainwave patterns. And so they're not exactly the same types of consciousness. They're altered states, but they're more like fraternal twins rather than identical. But you create a power image of watching yourself on a movie screen being the best example of yourself, and then merging into the movie and feeling the sensations and anchoring with color, sound, taste, words of power, and then bringing that image into the heart so that when you feel the beating of your heart, that image flows into the body.
Ooh, I want to experience that. Is it time for you to do a process?
Yes, let's do a short process, okay?
All right.
So if you are not operating machinery or driving a car, please allow yourself to have this experience. So take a moment now and close your eyes. Allow your breath to flow in and out of your body. Take in a long, deep breath, then hold it. Let it out with a sigh. Take in another long, deep breath and hold it. Let it out with a sigh. Take in another long, deep breath into the body. And as you exhale, you can unwind, you can let go, and you can breathe, and you can breathe. I'm going to count backwards now from 10 to 1. And each descending number takes you to a deeper place, takes you to a deeper space. 10, 9, 8, go deeper now. 7, 6, 5, go deeper still. 4, 3, 2, 1, right place, right now. Now imagine a beautiful shower of light washing down upon you. Washing away tension, washing away pressure. The shower creates a vibrating, tingling sensation. As you relax your scalp now, your forehead, your jaw, feel your jaw. Relax the jaw. Relax the cheeks and the ears and the eyes. Feel those eyes. Now the eyes are the windows of the soul. Relax the eyes. The eyelids and eyelashes and eyebrows. The muscles and tissues around the eyeballs, and even the eyeballs letting go now. The eyes are the windows of the soul. And as the outer eyes are closed, open the eyes of your soul. Go deeper now. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders, relaxing the arms and the hands. Hips and thighs, knees and calves, feet and toes, your body knows. Your body knows how to relax. Relax your body now. And every cell and every gland and every organ is operating in a rhythmic and healthy way. As you let go now, as you let go. Now let's go into the mind. 10, 9, 8, go to the mind. 7, 6, 5, go to the mind. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're inside of a room in your mind, a room to put your thoughts away. There's a divine order in the universe. Your life-imparting thoughts will be amplified. Self-defeating thoughts will fade away. Clear the mind. Clear the mind. And it's good to know that you have a conscious and subconscious, and that's good to know. And it's good to know that the conscious mind is drifting away now. The subconscious hears and understands everything, and I am talking to the subconscious. The subconscious knows how deep you need to be to get to the maximum benefit today. And now direct the subconscious to take you as deep as you need to be. 10, 9, 8, deeper, 7, 6, 5, deeper, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're the right place right now. So enter into the world of imagination. Begin to imagine that you're comfortably resting in a safe and secure place in front of a large flat screen TV. In your hand, there is a remote. You turn on the TV and you see you as the next version of you. You as the very best you can be. You with all of the grace and the graciousness, you with all of the gifts and the talents are at their peak, and you're watching you moving easily and effortlessly through your life. You in your personal life, you in your business life, you as the best example of you. Take a moment and watch that movie. Now I want you to step into the movie. I want you to become that you. I want you to feel the feelings of what it is to be at the top of your game. Smell scents now, your favorite scent now. Think about a color associated with this state. Hear words of power. The words of power reminding you of this excellence, this brilliance that's already inside of you. And you hear and you taste and you smell and you feel and you know what it feels like to be the very best version of you. Now you step out of the movie, but pull the image into your heart now. And if you want, you could even gently place the hand on the heart, and you could feel your heart now. And every time you feel the feeling of your heart, that brilliance and excellence of you radiates out into each and every cell. And every time you hear the sound of your heart, every time you feel your heart, every time you remember your heart, the brilliance of your own excellence is radiating out into each and every cell. And all you need to do is let it be so now. Let it be so. Now, this process integrates body, mind, spirit, and emotion. Getting ready to come back now, feeling so good inside. Getting ready to come back now, being awake and aware. 1, take a breath into the body. 2, move and stretch. Be moving those fingers and moving those toes. 4, get ready to open the eyes. And 5, flutter those eyes open. Become awake and aware.
Oh, that was so delicious. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm sure everyone's going to love that as much as I did. That was powerful. Love
It's
it.
very transformative to do that.
Yeah. Amazing. Thanks for doing that.
Well, thanks for asking me. Okay, so we got people self-regulated. We gave them a couple of techniques. We got about 4 or 5 minutes left. How can we wind this up so that they have something to take away into their lives?
Yeah, I would say repeat, whatever works for you, like what Zoilita did just now, put that on repeat. Do that over and over to really wire that into your brain, or do what I suggested with a meditation and really start wiring that into your mind so it's there when you need it. And every process builds on the one before it. So next time you do Zoilita's meditation there, do you call it a meditation?
I call them meditations, self-hypnosis meditations.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Next time you do it, it will be deeper. And the time after that, even deeper. And you'll be able to drop and get to that state of relaxation quicker and quicker, which is so good and so juicy and so nourishing for your body. And become addicted to that and here's another thing, notice everything that's going well. Because as humans, we tend to focus on the gap, like what's not working, and what you focus on expands. So when you start looking at, what you're doing well, what you experienced that was joyful, how you really impacted another person today, even if you just smiled at somebody in the supermarket, you might have made their day. And the more of those moments that you notice appreciatively, the more you're going to notice in the future, because your subconscious mind wants to do what you ask. We just have been giving it the wrong information because
Yes.
we never learn how to speak to it.
Yes. I wonder, could you share with our audience some of the things that you offer?
Oh, yes. So I call it sacred purpose embodiment coaching. So I do the rapid resolution therapy, usually about 3 sessions, to really clear all the blocks and create a blank slate. So all the limiting beliefs, every time people hit an upper limit, it's usually gunk. We call it a data blip. It's just stuff that's stuck in the subconscious mind. And it's stuck there if you think of any event that's over with and you feel any type of disturbing emotion or any type of physiology that you don't prefer. So we clear that. And then I do brain rewiring with Brain Gym. So we add new hardware to the mind that will support new behaviors that will turn into habits when we practice them. But it'll be circuits that weren't there before. So when you think about, like, say, making cold calls, this was what I used it for. I couldn't do that before. I couldn't pick up the phone and call someone until I did these 2 things, like rapid resolution therapy and Brain Gym, because then I had new circuits in my brain and I got rid of the old beliefs about it. And it was like, why couldn't I do this before? It makes no sense. It's so easy now. Like, who cares? And then I do embodiment coaching. So it's really practicing those ways of being and those behaviors that your future self, the one on the movie screen, already is doing. So you're practicing those and, again, creating the neural circuitry to really create it. And you keep stepping into that bigger and bigger version of you until you're just there. And it's so beautiful to support people because it happens really, really quickly. And I also do like single sessions of the total subconscious reboot, which is the rapid resolution therapy. And in some of my sessions, I can clear up to 9 past events without ever reliving them. So we only touch like 1 or 2 of them, and it's not super painful. It's amazing.
I think that is a really key element, is that there's no need to wallow in the past. What we just need to do is resolve so that we can get to places of neutrality, where we can get to ideas that everyone was kind of doing the best they could with the information and training they had, and that hurt people,
Mm.
And as we heal ourselves and as we help other people to heal, we change the whole tenor of the world that we live in. And I think that's one of our big goals right now.
Absolutely. And it is time. Like the world is awakening. And I would imagine the people listening to this podcast are leading it. And it's time. Like you can't lead to the best of your ability until you clear your own cobwebs and really are able to stand in it and take the actions that you're inspired to take without saying, oh, who am I? Oh, or second guessing yourself. Like how much time do people spend in indecision when you're clear, you can hear that voice, that inspired voice of spirit and just move
I
without
think
that
that's
second
so
guessing.
true. And,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that motivated me to write my book, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, the step-by-step guide to letting go of the past, is that I knew people needed real, simple, concrete techniques like we've been talking about to really take action in the world and make significant changes. So thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. We have the delight of having Karen back for one more week as we lay the foundation of this segment of Mind and Life Changes, which is Mind Power Made Easy. And remember always, the most powerful computer you have is right between your ears. Change your mind, change your life.